Mantra was shot 2 years back, but is only releasing right now. What was the reason? Why was the film?
Actually, it's not so bad because after shooting, there's a whole lot of process, And if you're not bound by deadline, you do tend to take your time over editing and sound. So actually, 2 years is not so bad. Film was ready, I think, last July. After which it went to Mami and IFFI and New York Film Festival, and now here we are. It's not like a long 4 year or 5 year wait. So we are quite happy that, for as far as I'm concerned, it's quite quick.
Yeah. So we also heard there were like maybe rumors about how there were problems with funding, and you all had to go for crowdfunding. So can you talk about that a bit?
See, the film was, it's a very small film. It was made on a very, very small budget. But once we finished shooting, we realized we needed a little more money to finish the film in terms of editing. But the film didn't stop for that. As the editing process was going on, so was the crowdfunding process. And luckily, Nicholas managed to get all the money that he needed.
So after Mantra, what do you think the mantra for small film survival in Bollywood would be?
Uh, Try not committing suicide and keep at it, because it's frankly it's very desperate. It can be very frustrating, it can be very depressing, it can be very humiliating to go on year after year, film after film, to go on looking for money when everybody meets you and tells you, we believe in this kind of cinema. The fact is that nobody does, and they want to make the same kind of things that they know how to make, with stars and songs and so on. So yeah, it can be very frustrating at times, but I suppose the only way out is to be at it, to not give up.
Looking at the trailer of Mantra, I think the film talks about battles with the government and the new generation, and there are battles, internal battles, battles with the relationships. So, tell us about the way changing society is shown in modern films. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, this film is about business and the family at the same time. So as Kapil, the protagonist, is losing his business empire, the family is also going through its own crisis, and how they all emerge from that. Maybe happy, maybe not so happy. That makes the film. It's also set in a particular time zone, but it's not only specific to that time. It could be today, or 15 years back, or 50 years back.
With Kapoor and Sons and now Mantra, uh, from what the look of it, you are playing the role of a modern father who is not the ideal father.
Really? What makes you say I was not the ideal father in Kapoor and Sons?
The father shown in Bollywood, like the rosy picture. Now we are showing the modern father. Yeah, like little more real. So can you talk about the shift shown in Bollywood relationship?
I think dysfunctional family is the new family these days. Uh, I think there is a little shift in that sense, that we want to see real people. We want to relate to real people in some films. I think by and large the mainstream Bollywood remains what it always is, but a few films try and tread this path of a little more real characters, relationships being a little more real, and they're not caricatured or over the top, which is a happy trend if it continues.
Um, have you chosen to be an actor over being a star, because you've been in the industry for quite some time, but with every character you play, you touch someone's heart. It's very real. So is it a conscious choice or?
Thank you very much for saying that. I don't think you choose to be a star. I don't think anybody can choose to be a star. If they could, then everybody would be a star, believe me. I think stardom comes with great charisma, with great luck, with a certain kind of films made at a certain point of time. It's really the X factor which works for it. Nobody knows the formula for that, and why you're a star today and 5 years back you were not. 5 years later, you will not be anymore. Why was Govinda such a huge star 15 years back and now he's not? Nobody knows these things. But it happens, some magic happens at a certain time. So stardom, you can't choose.
But being an actor is a job.
Being an actor, you can choose. That you can choose, that you can hone your skill, you can make a certain choice in films. What I've done, I think, reasonably well is to have said no to a lot of films. Films that I don't think have anything for me in them. So I do very few films, and I do films which have a good script, a good role, a good director.
What, according to you, would be a mantra for Bollywood survival as an actor?
Ooh, I have no clue. I have no clue what Bollywood survival means. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Bollywood, frankly. That's the truth. I live on the margins of Bollywood, which is outside the circle, outside the periphery. And I'm very happy in my own little office on the side, which allows me to do what I do. Well, mostly it doesn't allow me to do it, but when I can, I try and do something.
Would you be comfortable talking about Gur Meher Kaur Ro and the trending social media trolling that's happening? Everybody's trolling everybody on social media.
Everybody is trolling everybody on social media. You said it.
So, what are your thoughts? You always play safe.
Play safe. Play safe is not a word that I like. But when everybody's there abusing everybody else, if you say anything additional to that, it'll just be more fuel to fire, And that makes no sense to me, because people are just waiting for you to utter a word, That's what it's become. कि चलिए आज देखते किसने क्या कहा और किसको अटैक करें, So then in a situation like that, let's not add fuel to fire.
Coming back to Mantra, give us 2 reasons that people should go and watch Mantra.
2 you want?
You can give me more.
20 if you have time. I think the performances are really wonderful. All of them. And it's really an ensemble cast. There is Kalki, Lucian Dubey, Adil Hussain, Shiv Pandit, just wonderful actors. Not just wonderful actors, but as an ensemble, they really come alive. And Nicholas has done a great job. It's a wonderful script, I've read the script 5 years before it was made. And I lived with the script for a long time because Nicholas is a friend. And it still surprises me how wise a world he has made and how wise a script this is. It's a first film. I think it's a great vision of the world, and I think it's a wonderful little film. So, good enough reason.